Hi there, students. Inflection. Notice you can spell inflection with a CT or an X. The CT is more normal. Okay, inflection. Inflection is a change in the pitch or the tone of your voice. So, for example, when you ask a question, your voice normally goes up at the end. What time is it? That is it. That's inflection. Or if I added stress to the end of each word, that would be an inflection to the way I speak. If I added stress to the end of each word, this would be inflection. Okay, so if you've got the wrong inflection in your voice, then it gives you a foreign accent. So, inflection, a change in the pitch or the tone of your voice. In grammar, inflection is adding something to a word, adding a couple of letters to a word to change its grammatical sense. So, for example, I speak, he speaks. So that S on the end tells us it is third person singular. She walked, ED, that ED tells us that it's a past tense. Now, in many languages, you have declensions of verbs where you have lots of different endings. In English, there are a few. But also, let's see, for example, with nouns, the adding of an S tells you it's countable and plural. Or maybe in something like Spanish, where you have an adjective, and it has to end in an O or an A to agree with the noun that it applies to, which is either masculine or feminine. So it's adding of a letter or letters to change the grammatical sense of a word. Okay, you can have an inflection in mathematics. You have a point of inflection. So if you have a curve that comes and goes like this, that is an inflection. It's changing from concave to convex, or from convex to concave. And the point in the middle is the point of inflection. You can also use inflection as really quite a formal word, meaning deviation from a straight and normal course, a curve or an angle. So his career path inflected as he became addicted to drugs. The inflection in the straight trunk of this tree is the result of several years of drought in the past. So the tree trunk grows straight and suddenly there's a movement, it's not straight anymore, and that's an inflection. So to move away from a straight path. So let's see, what about formality? I think this is probably quite a formal word. I'd probably give it something like a 7, 7.5. The inflection of your voice, I think informally I'd use tone, yeah, or the stress in your voice. In grammar, this is semi-formal or formal already. And the deviation from a straight course, this is really quite formal, maybe even an 8. His career inflected. There was an inflection in the upward movement of the graph. Yeah, these are semi-formal and formal. I think informally there was a blip, a movement, a change. And maths, well, maths is maths. So don't use this word in an informal conversation. What about the origin? Well, it comes from Latin, inflexio, a bending away from. And this is your curving away from the straight path. So, inflection, change in the tone of the voice. In grammar, a word that you add to change the grammatical meaning. He walks, I walk. In maths, it's a curve that changes the curvature, and then just deviation or movement away from a straight line, a straight course, what is expected. So there you go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Inflection.